Aryan was living a simple life in Hyderabad, earning 150 rupees per hour at a supermarket. When his grandfather passed away the previous year, he expected to inherit some old fishing rods and a few thousand rupees, but the family lawyer called and told him everything had been left to him. The entire property, 2.5 crore rupees in cash, a house in Jubilee Hills, fixed deposits and shares. There was just one condition: he had to keep it secret from everyone for 8 months until he turned 26, because his grandfather feared other relatives would take it to court if they found out. At the time, Aryan was dating Priya. They had met through a volunteer program where she taught children at an NGO. She wore Fab India clothes, often said money makes people arrogant, I'm happy with a simple life, and had stayed with him even knowing he worked at a supermarket billing counter, which is why Aryan trusted her. But slowly small things began to catch his eye. When they went out with her IT company friends, she would conveniently forget her purse. While shopping in Sarojini Nagar, she would laugh and drop hints like, who spends 8,000 rupees on a single sari, what a waste, and she would stop and linger at Zara and H&M windows. Once, while watching a movie on OTT, a scene came up showing a girl staying with her boyfriend for money. Priya said, "That's so cheap, I could never do that, I have values," and then after a pause sighed, though it would be nice not to worry about EMIs and rent. Aryan grew suspicious and decided to test her. He invited her as his plus one to a college friend's wedding at a big 5-star hotel in Hyderabad. She immediately got excited, bought a 6,000 lehenga she could barely afford, and spent 2,000 rupees at a parlor to get ready. At the wedding she barely spoke to Aryan. Instead she spent the evening networking with NRI relatives and businessmen, asking them about their foreign trips and Banjara Hills villas. It became clear to Aryan right there, but he wanted to be completely sure, so he proposed. She cried and said yes and immediately called her mother to share the news. That's when Aryan brought up a prenuptial agreement. "What's that?" Priya asked. He explained, "Whatever each person brought into the marriage stays with them if we divorce. You always said money doesn't matter to you, so signing this should be easy, right?" She agreed on the spot and even complimented him. "You think so maturely." But 2 weeks later, when he placed the actual document in her hands, her expression changed completely. "Even after 20 years together I get nothing, is this fair?" she demanded. Aryan calmly replied, "You'll have your teaching, you'll have your art, you'll have your happiness. Money doesn't matter to you, remember." For 6 weeks she stalled. "Headaches, need to talk to my mother, need to ask my sister." Finally she exploded, "You don't trust me, this is an insult, what will our families think? If you truly loved me you wouldn't ask for something like this." She threw the engagement ring at him and walked out. Aryan stood there, the ring in his hand. No tears in his eyes, no pain, only relief.